Welcome back to the channel, guys. Sorry I've been missing for a while. Just life stuff happening. I have a new job and it requires a lot of my attention, so I haven't been making as many videos, trying to get this channel up and going to update you guys, give you more content. So we're going to take the Talaria out for a ride today. I haven't really been riding it much at all. There's barely even any miles on this thing. It's still like brand new. So we're going to take it out for a ride today. Going to see how long I could ride until I get messed with. I don't think I will, because the cops here in San Diego, California are pretty cool, and this is electric, even though it's not really legal. I know I can't go on the sidewalks with it or anything. I don't know if they'd say anything about that. I know for a fact that if you stay in the street and you don't do stupid stuff, which I don't, I mean, they're pretty cool about that stuff. That's the biggest thing, is they don't want you seeing you doing stupid stuff, and they leave it alone. A lot of updates with this, with what's been going on. So I picked up an ambassadorship with Milk Racing Wheels, and I will have a code for you guys, a discount code, at the bottom of actually in the description. I'll put it in the description. So it'll be a nice little discount. Those wheels are, although they're kind of expensive, they're less expensive than other brands, and they are really good quality. So I don't have the wheels yet, the ones that I placed on order. I ordered them about a month ago, but kind of hard for me to review something that I don't have yet. So I don't know if they did this or not, but I have a feeling they're going to expedite my order just so I could review them as soon as I can, do the unboxing and all that stuff. And I'm not going to tell you what color I chose or any of that. Once I get them, you'll see them when I do the unboxing. Also, I got some new safety gear, but mostly it's not for this bike. This bike, actually, I knew this was going to happen. It gatewayed me into something else. I'll do another video on that. Some people were asking me if I ended up getting the Pro Taper bars. I think I mentioned it in my other video. I did. I have the Pro Taper bars. I have the Warp 9 clamp for them with the support that goes down the middle. I think I said this all in the other video. It's been a while. But I'm not going to put them on yet. I'm not going to put anything on it either. Hopefully I don't fall off this thing, but I was going to put them on either after I bent these bars, or just to see how if these bars are okay for me. I'm going to ride it with these bars for a while. I'm a big fan of Pro Tapers. I got the extra thick ones, so they last longer, in case I do fall. I mean, Pro Tapers bend too, but not as bad on this, I don't think, because this is a lighter bike. On a dirt bike, I've bent them on dirt bikes, but I've also not bent them on dirt bikes. They're pretty beefy. So I'm not going to put those on right now. I'll do a video when I do all that stuff. For now, we're going to go for a ride. Probably go on maybe a 7 or 10 mile ride. I am not going to ride. I know I did my other ride at the port last time by the bay. I'm just going to do a ride probably to the trails. I'm not going to go on the trails. There's a place called Mission Trails, and I'm pretty close to that place right now. So I think I'm going to ride towards there. Kind of afraid to go in there because I don't know what people are going to think, because there's people on regular bicycles in there, and a lot of people walk there, but I haven't been to that trail in many years, so maybe there's people with e-bikes now. I don't know. Who knows? But let's take a ride out there and see how this thing rides. Show you guys a pretty cool video, and I'll see you guys on the ride video. Sorry, I cussed. All right, guys. Well, here we go. I hope this microphone works. Man, if you guys see my microphone setup, it's so janky. So this is only the second time I've actually rode the Talaria, and I have it in eco mode right now. I'm not wearing the greatest. Not really wearing much gear protection. I'm wearing some of my dirt bike gloves, and I'm wearing my helmet, of course, like a dirt bike helmet and dirt bike goggles. So I got my old Fox dirt bike helmet. I already bed these brakes in, so they should be good. Yeah, the brakes are actually pretty good. I'm going to go down to Mission Trails, like I said earlier. Man, this thing's like kind of peppy and even in eco mode. I'm almost scared to put it in sport mode, but I'm just gonna get used to it right now in eco mode. Looks like it, with my weight, well, I'm on an incline right now, topping out at 27, 28, so I'm gonna take it over to Mission Trails. Seems like the rear brake has more, not more grab, but like it has more levered. I don't know. It's more, it's like more higher on the rear brake than it is on the front. I think I don't know if the front needs to be bled or what. So we'll wait for this green light, and we'll go over to Mission Trails. These goggles are actually pretty, the goggles are actually pretty comfortable. Usually when I get goggles, they're smashing my nose and it makes it harder to breathe. Well, here's a bike lane. Let's put it in sport mode. Here's sport mode. Holy crap. That's a big difference. Wow. Holy crap. Man, it feels sketchy not having any arm protection on my arms or my knees. I'm grabbing the tank like a dirt bike right now. Going 35. Well, I don't know how accurate this is. I think these speedos are off a little bit. Here's full throttle. I weigh about 207 pounds. 46, 48, 50, 51. Wow, this thing's fast. Can't wait to get the Supermoto wheels on here for Milk Racing. That's going to be pretty cool. Man, I feel so vulnerable not having any protection on my arms. It is hot today though in San Diego. It's supposed to get close to 100 today, which is becoming the norm, unfortunately, here. I mean, we used to have a few hot days and, you know, several hot days in the summer, but not many. And then it would taper off, but now it seems like we're super humid, and we have the hot days coming out later in the season. I mean, we'll have hot days into December now. Kind of not as hot, but man, now I can see how you got to be careful with the throttle on this thing in sport mode. So far, this thing's pretty nice. Man, I could tell how this thing could wheelie really easy too, because it has got a lot of torque. Right now, I feel sketchy with these tires on the asphalt because these are like dirt tires. And this bike lane's messed up. Looks like they've been doing construction here. I need to get a mirror for this thing. I'm just going to stay here and go straight in the bike lane. Knew that guy was going to do that. These people in that Dodge truck are looking like, damn, what the hell? Because I took off kind of quick. Some people still don't know what these things are. Dude, this is all sketch. all this construction they've been doing over here. They don't get a flat tire. I had to stand up on that. I think I'm gonna... What's up, man?
How much is one of those cost?
This is a Talaria. This one's about $4 grand.
Badass,
Dude, it goes like almost 100 miles. It goes like 60 miles an hour. I was barely going like 40 something. I was barely on the throttle. Wow. Yeah, this thing, if I hit it, it'll just loop out. It'll wheelie the hell. And it has 2 modes. They come locked, but you snip a wire and it unlocks the whole thing. Wow. Yeah. Pretty badass. All right, man. Have a good one. Oh, that guy, yeah, that's funny. Barely started riding, there are people already asking about these things. Talaria has probably only sold thousands of these, and then Suron has been selling theirs for years, from what I understood. I don't even know how long Suron's been out. Maybe you guys could answer that at the bottom of the comments. I think 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, who knows. You know, Suron has got a big following. He said I was hauling ass. I was barely going like 40. I'm only going 33 right now. I'm just trying not to. I probably look like a hooligan, but try not to act like one. So not only that, I'm scared. I'm not going to start doing wheelies or anything. I almost feel like I have more confidence doing wheelies on a dirt bike than I would on this. This thing feels so light. I remember watching Saronster's video on this when he first took it out. I don't know if he had rode that one before or after he did that unboxing. That was the first time. It looked like it scared the crap out of him at first. Like the wheel just came up when he got on the throttle. It was kind of funny. That kind of sold me when I saw that. I'm like, whoa, that thing's badass. Actually, this thing's 4,500. I don't know why I was. Oh, I was looking at the. I was looking at the price of the X, and I had friends asking me about the Triple X or whatever it's called. I had told them that thing was. I think that one's $4 grand. Ooh, the brake sensors suck. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. I was holding the brake sensor. I'm sorry, I was holding the brake and trying to get on the throttle because I'm used to holding the brake a little bit before I, after I get on the throttle. And this thing sucks. Oh, I could, riding this now, I could understand how people are saying it's got like the stink bug. Feels like I'm sliding into the front of the seat. Let's see, what am I at right now? I'm at 87% battery, it says. And I've put about 5 miles on it. This thing is very smooth. Alright, I think I'm going to turn around right here, and this thing doesn't have like any signals or anything on it though. That's the straight dirt bike status. Stop, I don't want to get run over. Yeah, these brake sensors got to go. They suck. Full throttle run right there. This thing's easy to actually stand up, throttle on. Yeah, I'm on my GoPro 3 still, by the way. Haven't picked up another GoPro. I gotta get another GoPro. There's so many used ones on OfferUp. I almost don't even want to get a GoPro because last time I lost some footage. I hope I don't lose the footage of this guy that just spoke with me. The bike lane. Oh man, this thing. Oh, pick the front wheel up a little bit right there. Yeah, like that guy just, that was cool, having interactions like that. And I had a good interaction when I was on my Rev 1, when I was reviewing that. And I ended up losing the footage because of the stupid GoPro. I mean, I could understand this is a GoPro 3, and I remember the GoPro 3s had a lot of issues. This is my friend's. He actually gave me 2 of them because he had bought 2 of them. So he let me have them. I have a GoPro 2, but that one I never have issues with. I don't know what's up, GoPro. Whatever you guys did with the GoPro 2, you guys need to go back and do that, and just make the quality like you have it now, because the GoPro 2 is super reliable. I used to race motorcycles with MotoGP West, sport bikes, and I never once had an issue. Like, I relied on that GoPro 2. I had my friend let me borrow his GoPro 3s. I had them all over the bike, and they all died. One of them I had done the update on, so it lasted longer. The other one just straight out died, and it didn't work at all. Dude, coming out of the corners, this thing will so easily pick up the wheel. I could tell. Kind of scary having the bike lane sometimes by where people park, because people don't give a crap. They just open the door. They don't even look. This is called Coles Mountain. Yeah, Coles Mountain. A lot of people hike this. It's a few miles long. And look at this guy on the mountain bike. He's like, what the heck? And there's a lot of car break-ins right there. I'm surprised there was no broken glass. Maybe they cleaned it up. The city's pretty good about cleaning up the broken glass there. People get their cars broken into all the time. So you guys go to Coles Mountain, make sure you don't leave your goods in plain view. Your car will get broken into. Okay. So I think I need to relax more because I haven't rode motorcycles in a while. I rode the Rev 1, but things a lot slower, and I rode my other bike. And I rode that Super 73, which, man, now I know why people, like, seriously, why would you spend $4 grand or $4,500 or even $5 on a Super 73 when you could have this for $4 grand, in the 4,000 mark, or even the X for 39, or what is it, $29.99. That bike is going to go up. I've spoke to a lot of people that are kind of connected with Unicycle and Talaria and stuff, and they told me that bike will go up in price, but I don't know how true that is. I'm not interested in the X right now. To me, I'm a bigger, heavier guy. I'm not that tall. I'm only like 5'9", but I weigh like over 200 pounds, so I know it would carry me easy, but I haven't been on one, but it looks like a smaller bike. I'm not a fan of the look either. I mean, aesthetics sells, that always sells. And although I still feel the Sur-Ron is a little more, the Sur-Ron is a little more good looking, I think, the frame. I feel that, the Talaria is a beautiful bike too, the R. Okay, so we're going to make a left here on Mission Gorge Road. If it turns green for me, because I'm on a bike, so it's probably not going to. Hopefully a car comes up and back me. Man, the only thing I don't like about goggles, they always mess with me. I always got to push them down and... See, if you're on a hill like this and you need to accelerate, it won't, because you have the brakes on. And you need a little... I got to disconnect these things. These things suck. You literally have to let go of them all the way. Oh, that guy's going to go now. I might have to go to the red light here, because this is not going to go for me. There it goes. It's probably going to turn. It's going to turn green for that other guy, unless it turns green for these people right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Nope, I'm not gonna go because it's gonna turn green for this guy. Ugh, frustrating. And this guy's turning too. Okay, I think I'm gonna go after this white car. Yep, sorry. It's the law anyways. After I think after 2 or 3 cycles, you could go. So, I went. I could have went the other way, but I kind of wanted to ride up past Coles Mountain. And some people, it's not called Cowles Mountain, it's called Coles Mountain. Could look it up. A lot of people say the name wrong. Even I used to. So I guess this is a makeshift bike lane. I don't know, but we'll try to stay in it. So guys, I've had some friends ask me, say, hey, that thing looks like, they've watched videos on this bike, they're like, that thing looks scary in sport mode. It kind of is, but there's a little bit of wiggle room in sport mode. You don't just, it's not going to loop out on your first, you know, when you barely turn the throttle, you have to turn it a little bit more, you know. Okay, so here's Mission Trails. Let's see if we get yelled at, or let's see if we get kicked out by the park ranger. So let's see what it says down here. I haven't been down here in years, so I don't know. Well, you could drive through this. You could drive cars through this. So we have to obey the speed limit here because we will get kicked out of here. So I'm just going to cruise through this. Not only that, there's a lot of, I don't know about you guys where you're from, but in San Diego, there's a lot of bike riders that are, I'm talking about bicycle riders that are jerks, that ride, they ride like road bikes, mostly the road bike people. Some mountain bike people, but it's mostly the road bike people. They're freaking jerks. They'll spit on you, they'll yell at you, they'll throw their crap at you. I've seen them throw water bottles at people. For you San Diegans, my locals, tell me if that's happened to you or if you've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. I used to ride all over the city on my bicycles, and I remember just riding my BMX bike back in the day and would speed on a bike path. Well, not speed, I mean, I was just riding. There's nobody on the bike path, and it's like kind of like a back street bike path, and they'd yell at me because they said I was going too fast. I don't know, they were just pissed because they didn't like kids or what. I was probably like 17, 16 at the time. Oh, that's cool. You could park in here now. I didn't even know that. I don't even remember them having that. Oh, look at this. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember this. I don't remember them letting people park here. Maybe they just start. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could before. We never found it. Someone in back of me. So speed up a little bit. So guys, I haven't been through this in a long time, like to the end of this. It's been many years. So I'm at, let's see, looks like 8 miles and I got 81%. The car's gone, he probably parked. It is warm today, but it's actually pretty cool and on this road right now. It's not bad. There's a group of people. You know what makes me laugh, guys?
whenever there's a motor vehicle that's got two wheels on it, even bicycles, it just, like, people hate you. Some people think it's cool, like when you start doing wheelies and stuff. Like, even on a bicycle. You start doing wheelies and stuff, and people think you're a delinquent, you know? See, I'm just cruising through here right now. But if I was doing wheelies, these people would start screaming at me. Which I'm not going to do because I'd probably crash and then they'd laugh at me. It's almost better to just stand up on this thing. Ooh, this thing's very responsive on the foot pegs. So I'm weighing the foot... I used to race motorcycles, so weighing the foot pegs makes... some people don't believe in this, but it's true. Weighing your foot pegs helps you turn the bike. I mean, I could literally put my weight on it. Whoa, this thing's so responsive in turning. I could also tell you these foot pegs are garbage. I mean, it feels like almost like they're wet. Like they're kind of slippery. I'm wearing some Converse shoes, but they're so slippery. That's definitely going to be an upgrade. One of the next upgrades. So, Supermoto reached out to me to test a foot peg extender, I guess, for people that are taller. And they asked me if I wanted to test it for them, and I said absolutely. So I think they already shipped it. So I'll make a video on that. I'll do an unboxing. I'll do an unboxing and an installation video, all in one. And then I'll ride it and see how it feels. Because honestly, I'm 5'9". It feels like it's a little cramped. It shouldn't be. I know maybe. Also, I have issues with my knee because I had my motorcycle accident years ago. I'll have to talk about that soon. I still haven't talked about that. So it would be nice to have the feet extended a little more. Man, this thing, I mean, look, I don't even have to, I could just steer the bike with the foot pegs like so easy on this. You can do that on a regular bike too, but motorcycle, but it's easier on this. I mean, look at that. I'm not even using the bars. Guys, this bike is so fun. It's so cool, even riding it slow. Alright. So I'm going to go to the end of this right here, which is... So this brings me out on the bottom part of Mission Gorge Road. For you locals, you guys probably know this because you guys probably walk this or bike road through here or whatever. Or maybe even e-bike road through here. I'm going to turn around and go back. Unfortunately, there's some people walking back and they walk on the wrong side, of course. Or maybe I should just go up Mission Gorge Road on the big hill. What a beautiful day. This is why people pay a lot of money to live in San Diego, but it's still not worth paying all the money that they're paying. Some people have asked me on YouTube, they reached out and they're like, how do you live, and even on Instagram, how do you live in San Diego? Like, how do you afford it? Well, I got lucky because my parents, I was born and raised here. So I grew up here, I went to school here, I've done everything here. I'm a true San Diego native, so I've been able to, make a good, not a good, but make a decent living, a fair living, and, it is insane. The rents are outrageous here. If I was an out-of-stater, I would never come live here if I was just a regular blue-collar worker. Okay, now I'm going to go up the hill. I'm not going to go back on the trail. So this is where we could haul ass if we want. So this is a very steep incline for a very long time. Oh, I forgot there's a bike lane too. That's even more awesome. It's funny, I'm appreciating the bike lanes more than ever. See, the speed limit's 55 here. The thing is, they're mostly full of trash because a lot of people crash on this road. So I'm not going to be going 55, but this will really put a test on the battery. Man, look at all this gravel, man. Look at the bushes are all grown out. Yeah, great bike lane. No one really goes on the number 3 lane here. People usually ride the center with a Supermoto. People usually ride the center or the number 1 lane. That's cool. That guy didn't wave at me. I tried to wave at him and he didn't. I guess the Talaria doesn't really make you worthy enough to be like a motorcycle. Unless you go flying by one of them if you upgrade the bike to go like 100 miles an hour or something. Damn, this thing, like, guys, I'm not kidding. I'm going like almost 40 going up this hill. And this thing, when I hit the throttle, it just pulls. Like, I'm barely touching the throttle going up this hill. And it's super windy right now. Like, I got a good headwind towards me. Okay, here we go, full throttle. Oh man, we're accelerating. Oh yeah, we're going 42, 44. 44. 44. Okay. Full throttle still. 44. 42. Now it dropped. Probably because I'm too fat. Okay, and I'm not going to go full throttle. There's a bunch of glass right there. Oh, it looks like there's a bike rider here. He's going to be coasting. These people go like 50, 55 going down this hill on the road bikes. Guys, if you want attention, this is the bike to get it on. So many people have been looking at me on this bike. Look at this guy, man's doing wheelies. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. That's funny. Dude's riding a wheelie all the way up the hill. This is where having a chin screen is nice, because I'm getting all kinds of rocks kicked up in my damn face. Well, under my chin. This is a good thing about wearing goggles, instead of having a regular motorcycle helmet with no chin screen. When I was riding motorcycles, I always had a chin screen. I remember when I first started riding motorcycles, when you first start riding motorcycles, you've never rode motorcycles before, you buy all the wrong crap and the wrong gear, the wrong size gear, which I did. I bought the wrong size helmet. I remember I had helmet lift. It was crazy. Then I bought the right size helmet, and I remember going for a ride in the mountains, and oh man, I had so much stuff kicked in my face. Whoa! All kinds of road debris and rocks and stuff. It blinded me. Dust. I was going probably like, I don't know, 40, 45 miles an hour on a mountain road, and that was crazy. And then a friend of mine, I told my friend what happened. He saw me stop. I had to stop. He's like, hey man, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I can't see. So he's like, yeah, you got to get a chin screen. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know they had those. And he laughed at me. He's like, yeah, man, you got to get a chin screen. And he helped me out with a lot of stuff back then. Shout out to Rick. He also helped me when I had my motorcycle incident. He was with me when I had it too. He was riding in back of me. He helped me. Came and kind of helped to carry me a few times. Came to the house when I was laid out. It's a bad incident I had. That was some bad times. But yeah, guys, safety's huge. You got to wear protective gear. Man, the brakes are legit on this bike too. I like the brakes. Yeah. So some key points here. Brake sensors, garbage. Don't like them. I'm going to disconnect them. If you're on a hill, it sucks. Because you have to completely, I know, you know, let go of the brake and hit the throttle. Yeah, if you do, but if you panic, if you're a new rider, you're going to probably loop this thing out or you're going to crash. So, to me, brake sensors need to go. At least one of them do. I hold the bike on the hill with the brake if you're on a steep hill. We have a lot of hills in San Diego. I was going to say the grips are not comfortable, but I think they are. I believe it's from me gripping the grips too tight right now because I haven't rode motorcycles in a while, and this is almost like a motorcycle. So I think I'm gripping too hard because I'm just getting used to the bike. So I'm trying to use some old habits when I used to ride motorcycles. I used to teach people how to ride too. Loosen your grips on your bars, relax, so your hands relax. So I think the grips are fine. Although I did buy Pro Taper pillow grips along with the Pro Taper bars for this bike. Foot pegs suck. They're slippery. Like I'm pushing on them right now, and they're very. You could keep them and get by with them, but if you're gonna start doing stuff like start riding them more aggressive and things, and especially if you're gonna try to use this for Supermoto, I would never. Excuse me. I would not use the foot pegs on those. I bet these things are like ice when they get wet. So if you run over some water, you get wet, good luck. Definitely going to change your foot pegs. Hey, Milk Racing, make some foot pegs for me. That would be cool. I'll review those for you too. Make foot pegs and send them. Alexa, you'll probably be watching this video. I don't think they make foot pegs for this yet. I'm not sure if they make them for Surons. If they do, maybe they'll even fit. I know they make bars and a few other things. They make some really cool stuff. Their wheels are amazing. I mean, I haven't got them yet, but looking at the pictures on the website, they're so nice, and from what I understand, they're really good quality. And they look really cool. That picture of that Talaria they have up on their website with those Supermotos it looks so badass. That's what really sold me on those. And also, I think Sir Ronster, I saw a video on his, and he talked about them for a little bit. He said they're pretty good. Oh yeah, go back to what else? This bike. I don't know, man. You don't need much, nothing else for this. I mean, you don't. Yeah, it does need higher bars, I could tell, because these ride pretty low. I would like higher bars on this. Let's see here. Got a cross. There's no crosswalk on that side. That's all right. Yeah, bars are kind of low. They do need risers. Almost feels like I'm riding over them. Like kind of too high. They're not bad. You can get away with these. I mean, I'm not that tall, but I like higher bars on a bike. These kind of bikes, like dirt bikes. So I probably will switch the bars out with the riser and all that. I forgot which rise I got on the Pro Tapers, and I also have the Warp 9 kit. Suspension, I mean, I haven't been on a trail yet, but the suspension's not bad at all. The suspension's actually really nice. It's pretty aggressive. It's not super bad. Front fork, I think the front fork could be a little, I mean, I haven't adjusted it yet, but this thing probably needs to be adjusted for my weight too. I don't know what these come adjusted as. I don't know if they come adjusted for a 160-pound rider or what, but the front feels kind of soft. The back isn't bad, but the whole bike probably needs to be, the suspension needs to be adjusted. Hopefully the wind noise isn't insane. I'm going about 37 miles an hour. Battery life. Ooh, yeah, that hill probably really killed the battery. So I got 14 miles. I don't know how accurate this is, too. Dude, what the hell, man? Idiot. Looks like 15 miles and 66%. So that hill probably really put a hurting on this battery, because of plus my weight, being a heavier rider and all. Okay, now we're gonna get into like a little more urban area now. That was more like the, even though we were in the city still, that was more like a country, you know, road kind of. There's not as much traffic. Now we're getting into civilization more here, where it gets busy. This is a very busy area down here, Zion. When we get down by Zion, there's a hospital, there's a Kaiser hospital there, and a lot of restaurants and grocery stores and stuff like that. Don't get in front of me, mailman. Thank you. Thanks for not killing me today. I am kind of paranoid on this bike. It's kind of like, it is like riding a motorcycle, and I'm only wearing a t-shirt and some dirt bike gloves, my dirt bike helmet, goggles, and some Vans, or my Converse shoes, I mean. So I think I'm gonna cut through this driveway right here. What is this, Koopa or something? The thing I like about this is I almost feel like I want to downshift, but you don't have to. It's funny, some of my old motorcycle skills kick, you know, your riding skills kick in when you haven't, even when you haven't rode for a while. And then like turning kind of sharp and stuff, you know, you lean off opposite of the bike. Okay, I'm gonna go down this other driveway because I know this place is not operating in business right now. It's out of operation is what I meant. Okay, let's see here. Let's go this way. Seat kind of hurts my ass though. The seat could be more comfortable. Okay, here's another hill. This is what I don't like about these stupid brake sensors. I should probably disconnect it. What the hell are you doing, lady? See, for example, I'll be on the hill, but now I gotta let go completely. I'm not getting too close because this freaking lady's gonna... No, I'm gonna disconnect this brake sensor. Is it this one? Where is it at? Here's this. Oh, it's this one. Wait, is this the... That's the back brake. There it goes. Now let's see. Yeah, now I could accelerate. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. That's so cool. You could disconnect the brake sensor on the fly. Hell yeah. These people are all looking at me like, what the heck? So funny. Gotta really be careful right here. You got old people pulling out of the driveway. Might as well just keep up with traffic, right? Yeah, old people pull out of this driveway like they don't care, man. They don't care how fast you're going. Their you know, response time is a little different. So, yep, here's bike lane, I think. Oh shit! Oh damn! Yep, that'll smack you in the face. Oh man, these hills are no problem for this thing. I don't think the odometer's correct on this. This thing said I went 16 miles. I don't know. That didn't feel like 16 miles. 16 miles is far. I mean, around here it is. Go in the comments for you Talarians and let me know how many, if this thing's any accurate. I mean, I know the speedometer's not perfectly accurate, so that means obviously the odometer's probably not either. Because this thing probably tells me I'm going faster than I really am, so it probably also tells me I'm going farther than I really am. That chick's all looking at this bike. Chicks dig this too, I guess, guys. Especially the tomboy ones. They want to ride motorcycles and bikes too. I know guys want to turn the light off on these things, but I recommend leaving the light on if you live in the city, man. This is just, it's just more safer, leaving the daytime running light on. Gonna go this way and right through the neighborhoods. It's funny when you stand up on these bikes, people like, it instantly makes you look like a hooligan. Yeah, the bike seat could be a little more comfortable, guys, and then the stink bug thing is kind of a pain in the ass. Literally. Oh yeah, I took that really good. I don't like that I hit the kickstand though. Would anybody take the kickstand off? Go ahead and put that in the comments too. I mean, it's cool if you're gonna use to go places, but I mean, kind of a pain in the ass. Like I hit that dip pretty good, and I'm riding on the balls of my feet, so that's what I'm used to doing. You got people randomly looking at the bike. One of my buddies is like, you should go to the gas station with it. That'd be pretty funny. Park it by the pumps and then go buy something inside the store. Then you'd probably piss people off that are trying to do gas, so don't do that. You can hear all the dogs barking. They probably don't like this thing. Yeah, disconnecting the brake sensor is a huge plus. Now I could, you know, accelerate a little bit and hold the brake and then let off and take off. So that means it's going to make it easier to take off. If you're on a really steep hill and you don't know how to ride real well, you're gonna crash on this thing. You're either gonna loop out, panic, or something. If you keep this thing in eco mode. It's a pretty nice Land Rover. I've had those before, but they get some big issues. It's a nice one. Yeah, some people are gonna say those things are pieces of crap. They kind of are, but they're actually pretty cool off-road. I pretty much went around. I'm gonna stay in the... Okay, it's a construction guy. Guys, they messed up this road so bad. They did all this road construction here. I don't know who the hell the contractor was. They suck. There's like a big bump here now. They didn't even... You know, they compacted it too much, or maybe it sank now. I gotta go around this guy. It's funny because I don't think this thing has a brake light. I don't think I checked. My Rev 1's got signals and everything. I'm gonna let this guy turn because these people always... Look at this. Look at this, guys. This always happens right here, I swear. These people stick their nose out too far. They end up almost crashing into each other. Look at all this traffic for this damn estate sale. Wow. Some cool stuff in there. Should go check it out. All right, guys, I'm back. That was a heck of a ride. Actually, I was going to talk about some of my gear here. These are very, very old. These are my old Vortex axle gloves that when I used to ride dirt bikes. I've had them for a very long time. Probably had these, geez. Probably 15 years, I don't know. Maybe 12 years, something like that. Yeah, probably like 15 years. So those are, I wore those today. I wore those because I knew it was going to be hot. I bought some new goggles from Havoc. I've never had this brand. I usually buy Oakley goggles or Scott. But these are the Havocs. I got these on sale for like 40-something dollars. These are so cool. They were, it's got like the flag, the American flag design with a gray kind of, it's pretty nice. Very clear. See, they come with a nice case, and they come with some stickers and a box and all kinds of stuff. So this is my helmet that I used. This is an old Fox helmet that I've had for quite a while now. I've had this probably about since 2012. No, probably older than that, probably 2008. I know I probably shouldn't be wearing it, but I like it. It's a very comfortable helmet. I think I bought this for, oh geez, I must have bought this for about $200 back then. $180 on sale, something like that. So look at this, look at my camera setup. So this is my GoPro mount right here. I have it set up kind of like Saronster and some other people. I usually don't set my camera like that. I usually set it on the front. But since there's not really a place to put this, I do have a mount that goes all 90 degrees and all crazy, but I don't want to run all that crap. So this is very convenient because it's not in the way. But I mean, look at my mic. It's like so janky. Like, look how long that mic cord is. I've had this, it's an Audio Technica mic. It's powered. Has like an on-off button on it. But it's like, I had to zip tie look at this. I had to like zip tie the crap out of this thing. This is such a janky setup. But I mean, you know what? If the video comes out good and it works, then so be it. Here's the mic in here. See if I get up. Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. Yep, there it is. It's just laying in there. The little foamy thing's gone. So, guys, the bike. I highly recommend picking one of these up. This thing was a lot of fun. You know, it's funny, that guy was this thing gets a lot of attention. But as you could see, Mission Trails, where we went and rode on that trail, it's a pretty strict area right there. But people were pretty laid back. I mean, this thing was quiet. I mean, people just were minding their own business. Some people looked and, you know, didn't say anything. I could guarantee you, if I started doing wheelies in there, which I don't know how to wheelie this thing, but if I started doing wheelies or going through there like 50 miles an hour, riding like an idiot, I guarantee you someone would call 911, would call Park Ranger or the PD or whatever, you know, whoever works out there. It's going to be the Park Rangers, but PD goes out there too. So, and usually what happens at that trail is when there's problems, they meet you at the other end, one of the ends. So yeah, this thing was fun. It gets a lot of attention. Guaranteed, you will get a lot of attention on this thing. I don't really like getting a lot of attention, but at the same time, I mean, what are you going to do? You know, this is such a cool bike. As far as the bike goes, those foot pegs need to go. They're way slippery. I don't like them. Maybe they're better with boots. I don't know, but I mean, I have rubber sole shoes, so they weren't that great. It's very, the bike handles, to me, it handles really good. I mean, I didn't go crazy with it, but I could tell it's very responsive, and, you know, it's pretty good. It responds really good in the turns. Like, it's very, super responsive. Even you know, putting weight on the foot pegs, it's very responsive. It's just, I mean, I'm used to a motorcycle, so that's a lot heavier than this. So it's pretty nice. Suspension was really nice. I think it needs to be adjusted for me, though. I weigh 207 pounds. It's probably this. I feel like it's more adjusted for a 170-pound rider, maybe. So it needs to be adjusted more for that type of rider. Brakes are good. I didn't have any problems with the brakes. I was flying down that hill. Brake sensors, sorry, but those things got to go. They're not for me. I mean, maybe for other people, but not for me. I don't like them. I mean, I'm on a steep hill, and I had to like rely on accelerating like really quick. And if you have it in sport mode and you're not used to riding a bike like this, like with a lot of power, and you whiskey throttle that thing, it's gonna either loop out or you're gonna crash or whatever. So I for you guys that are experienced riding these kind of things, or even a motorcycle, I would disconnect the brake sensors. That made a world of difference, because now I could hold the bike with the throttle, or I could hold the bike while I'm holding the brake and the throttle when I take off on a steep hill. So recommend that.
Everything else is pretty good. The seat wasn't that comfortable. I know some people like the seat. I didn't. I think it was kind of uncomfortable after that ride. Yeah, so I forgot my train of thought right now, but anyways, the seat wasn't that comfortable. It was okay, but you know, you start getting monkey butt after a while. Yeah, recommend disconnecting the brake sensors. The bike was really quiet. My neighbor, when I left, he's like, damn, I didn't even hear you leave. And I didn't even hear you, arrive. So he came over and he was really stoked about it. I had shut the camera off already. But he really liked it a lot. He liked the bike. He wanted to know what it was and everything. So anyways, that was a great ride. That was really fun. I recommend this bike to anybody. I don't just recommend, the Talaria. I recommend, I'm sure the Sur-Ron is pretty similar. I recommend Sur-Ron too. These are just cool bikes, I was going to buy, as you guys might remember, I was going to buy a Super 73 Adventure R or whatever it was. I am so not going to buy that anymore. I'm so glad I bought the Talaria instead. This is a way more fun bike. And anyways, I have the Rev 1, which is a similar bike, and actually the Rev 1 is actually faster than the Super 73 anyway. So although the Super 73 I'm sure are fun, I have the Rev 1 if I want to bomb around in that. But okay, so the next video, guys, will probably be on two things. It'll either be on installing actually a few things. The Pro Tapers, either that, or maybe the Milk Racing wheels will come in. Or the Supermoto peg extender, foot peg extender for the Talaria might come in. Or the other thing that I was gatewayed into that I haven't showed yet. But oh yeah, back to Milk Racing. So guys, look on the bottom of my in the description, and there's a code. It's called the Honest. I think it's under the Honest Consumer, I believe is the coupon code for pretty much I think anything on the Milk Racing website. I highly recommend you check out their stuff. They have some pretty nice quality products. The wheels they have are beautiful. If you do order the wheels, it's going to take a while for them to come in. If you get all the custom stuff, like if you get if you go and build the different color nipples and spokes and hubs and all that stuff, it's going to take longer. I think they add an extra. Sorry if I'm wrong, Milk Racing, but I think it adds an extra 2 to 4 weeks on your order, maybe more. So just if you order that stuff, just be very patient. Once I get the wheels, I will do an unboxing. I'll do a review video. I'll do an install video, then I'll do a review video, and because there's not very many videos out on YouTube with Milk Racing wheels, not that I've seen. So anyways, keep a lookout for the next video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.